Welcome back to Yes a Tesla. Today we're going to be talking about the self-driving V14 that I finally got inside the update. Now we're going to start from a parked position in a Walmart parking lot, and we're going to go to a charging station. On the way there are a little few variables. I do have it set, however, to Mad Max. Now if you don't know about the new profiles that they've put in, we have autopilot going here, and we're going to go to this right here. Boom. So we have the speed profiles as sloth, which is ultra slow, chill, which is a little bit faster than ultra slow, standard, which is the most normal driving, like basically like about 5 over the speed limit for the most part. Hurry is obviously hurry. It's anywhere between 7 to 10 up to 15. And then we got Mad Max, which is considerably higher, should be up to 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. Now, we will see actually how this works, because from a parked position, this is always the most challenging, especially being in a parking lot. Right now, I'm currently parked this way to where you'd be going on oncoming traffic going that way. So it's interesting to see if it's going to go that way, even though the car is parked this way. They say that this is the most human-like driving. We will go ahead and see that right now. I currently have it set at Mad Max because I want to see how fast it actually goes. Let's start the test as of now. Let's go. Okay. I always love how it puts a blinker on during a parking lot. But I will tell you this. We did just go out the opposite way of that part. Didn't break traffic going the other way. So let's see how it goes. Okay. So this is over here, it'll be interesting to see because there is quite a bit of traffic over here. The easier way would have been actually to go out that way, take a right, and then take a left at the light. But that's really just preference. So we'll see how it goes with actuality as we get out of here. It is set on Mad Max, so we should be able to do some abrasive action. I love how it just stopped at the stop sign that doesn't really need to be stopped at in a parking lot. Parking lots are more like yield signs. They're not actually enforced by your state police. They're enforced by private property. And they're not really enforced because the police officers aren't going to pull you over for running one inside of a parking lot. Neither here nor there, okay? Let's see how well it takes care of this. If it does take too long, I will take over, but there is a clear opening once this person takes a left, which they should be doing so right now. No, person's a little bit slower. All right, cool, so here we go. So this was pretty easy, actually. Well, it's still acting like it's not. Come on, let's go. I don't want to wait for anybody else to get honked at. All right, perfect. So now we're out of the parking lot. We're heading down. In between here and there is a dip. So when we take a left, going to the other side of the railroad tracks, there will be a dip. And as I stated before, dips always get sped through, which is so annoying. And this one is a deep dip, so I'm going to let it do it, even though I'm going to hate it. So, yeah. So get prepared for that, you know. So far, the acceleration is definitely a slight bit better. So it's more of a smooth go versus just a abrasive go. And let's see how it slows down. Way less, yeah, okay. Yeah. Usually by now, I'd be getting one of those leaning forward moments like that because it slows down kind of harshly, which makes me think, does it use the brakes more often versus the actual motor to slow it down? Or like, how does it actually slow you down? Now, I wish this light would have stayed green because of the fact that we have a person in front of us. That person could have went, maybe we could have got trapped at the light. Because now we're about to go over this dip slower than anticipated. Not a big deal though, but if this person speeds up a little bit, all right, perfect. So let's see how we handle this dip right here. Is it gonna slow down at all or just blast through it? Yep, just gonna blast through it. So yeah, super annoying. I hate it because the car is not gonna pay for my thing, you know, it's not gonna pay for my suspension. So technically, this definitely did the right thing right here. It didn't go too far out to the railroad tracks. It didn't make me think that it was going to either, so that's good. Also, I don't know if the train started coming and that turned green, would it actually go or would it want to stop? But I would make it go through that because I'm not getting trapped at any trains for this video. I'm telling you that right now. But it'd be interesting to see. So when we get on the other side of this road right here, there is another dip. Let's just see. Let's give it another try to see if it's going to get the dip correct. Every now and then, the left light will turn green and this thing will go boom. So it would be interesting to see if it actually will go, even though our light's not green, but the turning light is green. Because every now and then it will say, hey, the light's green, you know? So it'd be interesting to see right now. And we are heading to a charge station. So it's about 12 minutes away. When we do arrive, we will be there. And it says it will park itself. That's normal. But it also will park itself in regular parking lots as well. It'll find a parking spot and park in a parking lot. Yeah, there's quite a bit of things through the release notes on this thing real quick. Let me just go I'll go to the release notes on the actual app. I don't want it to think, you know, I'm doing anything. So let's see here. Brake to confirm is finally gone. All right, hold on. Here it comes. We're just gonna go wildly to the dip. That one was a lot smaller, but still, that's interesting. Actually, no, I'll read the stuff when we get there. Just because I want to keep alert to see how it is. And I think there's a school zone through. That's what I'm trying to look for right now. Currently, we're doing 30 and a 25, which is normal because of the fact that obviously it will. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't try and follow that car to the left lane that I was about to go to. So yeah, I don't think it will recognize school zones, like when they put the sign up and it says 15 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure it won't recognize that. I'm not sure offhand where one would be. So I'm just gonna assume that it's not. I'll go by there. If I happen to see one, I'll go ahead and just go down that road and engage it. And what's weird is, like, before, when you wanted to engage, I had to be over like 35 miles an hour for it to engage, or be completely stopped and in park for it to engage. So it'd be interesting to see if it actually engages like that. So here we will need to get on this freeway. We are all the way into the right lane. We want to see if it's gonna try and beat this guy off the line to go to the left. It has been doing weird stuff like that. Sometimes when there is a left lane that's filled with a bunch of cars, it will just make the automatic decision to pop over to the right, slam up all the way to the beginning of that line and just try and cut in, which obviously gets you honked at, flipped off, all types of stuff. So I'm pretty sure it still does that, but it's not traffic hour right now for me to show you, but we will see. And if I happen to catch it where it's traffic hour, I will just go ahead and update another video. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make multiple videos on the V14, because I feel like this is just the drive. Then it'll be the stress test, and you know what I mean? Like, I just want to kind of get it. So far, it's really smooth. I would say it's pretty much how I drive. And it's not surprising because this is literally recording my every moment in this car. So it's not really surprising that it's adapted to my driving style. So which is good, because I feel like I'm the best driver in the world. My driving record has got to be proof of that. I personally think we should be in the left lane, but the reason why we're not in the left lane over there is because there is a car that's in that lane. And so the more efficient thing to do would be to make sure we're not going to hit it or get close to it, is to stay in the right lane. But I would be in that left lane and go around them. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this transaction goes. All right, so we do have the green, even though there are people still in the lane. Let's see if it, okay, perfect, yeah. We're all good. All right. So I can't wait for the big update in December for Christmas, because I love the light show. I'm a big fan of the light show. Now, it does have the regular light show you can put on, but I like the Christmas one. It's so amazing. So awesome. All right, so we are in the freeway, which the freeway is 65 miles an hour, so it'll be interesting to see what Mad Max will put us through. since it has been recording, it does know that everybody has complained about it parking in the left lane. So it'll be interesting to see if it's going to just take what's more efficient, or is it going to park in the left lane. Currently we're doing 73 miles an hour at 65. That's normal, especially for this freeway. I mean, this freeway is like technically an 80 mile an hour freeway, easy. And also it says that it does have object avoidance, such as a box in the middle of the street. I don't know if that still counts for a tire tread, because that's the main thing in Arizona. Arizona has a lot of tire treads. And I'm talking about like the whole tire just unraveled on the freeway. It's just getting hit by repeated cars. That's the type of tire tread that's in our roadways almost daily. So I don't know if it would avoid that. Obviously, that's hard to recreate because you kind of be there when it happens. The one thing I don't want this thing to do is take the fun out of driving. And what I mean by that is it becomes so good that you just don't rely on yourself anymore, and you just have it drive you places. And I know that's where they're trying to get to, but like, man, my skills got to stay sharp. So currently we're doing 83 miles an hour and a 65. We do have to get off in this next exit. So it chose to go around this truck. And I don't know, it's going to pass that truck as well. The last time I had self-driving on, I needed new tires, so I won't fault the system. But we were doing 83 miles an hour on a 55 mile an hour turn, and it was feeling tight. Like I felt like it was going to spin out of control. So I ended up, this is a rookie move on my part, but I hit the brakes and didn't have the wheel tight, and the wheel just jolted like this. So now I'm going from a turn like this to now it's straight. I'm about to hit a barrier, bro. Like I didn't get close to it, but it definitely freaked me out, and I shouldn't have did that. I should have had a tight grip on the actual wheel, because my God, it was terrifying. Actually, I can't even say it was scary. It was terrifying. So I love the fact that it's slowing down the way it is, because normally when it's doing its thing, my God, we are going like all the way on it, and it's very abrasive. But yeah, it's very improved on that aspect. I don't know if it's using a mixture of brakes and the engine braking, or the motor braking, or is it just doing more efficiently the regenerative brakes? How is it working? Because I don't know. There's really just, I feel like there might be a mixed balance, because I wish I had a screen to where I could click on and be able to see what it's actually doing when it's doing it, when it comes down to that. Like, I don't know if service mode has that or whatever. Like, when the brakes are applied, I should be able to see it on the screen somewhere. That'd be dope, because then you could get a more understanding on how your brakes work when they're braking versus when it's using regenerative brakes. But I'm telling you, like, the cruise up speed is just nasty. It's so good. Wow. I'm like really wowed by that. The braking is really good, and I'm wowed by that as well, because those are the two things that I would say that are kind of complaints. Like when I have a person in here and I'm doing lift, and they're like, "Hey, this is self-driving. Can we self-drive it?" Yeah, cool. So we self-drive it, and we have a lot of like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot of like shifting around, and it was a lot more rough of a ride at V12. Even at V13 was kind of still rough, but this is smooth like butter being spread on a butter roll. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's just smooth. And we're about to go to the charging station right over here. Let me go here. Let's go. Perfect. Boom. This is a bump right here. Let's see if it slows down. Thank you. Okay, that was not as slow as I wanted it to go, but at least it recognized it and it was slower. Speed bumps have never been an issue since I've been using self-driving. If it was with me, I would go around it that way. Do you see that? Bro, that was way harder than I would like. I don't like that. But you see what I mean? Like, bro, it should be a lot better than that. That was horrible. Okay, let's see if it gets on the first try. Normally it has to back in, back out. Looks like it might get it on the first try. That's improved. So the self-parking is way improved. Let's go. All right, so 3A and 1D are, I wonder if they parked me at, no, they didn't park me at one that's closed, so that's cool. So let's go over a few things on the update itself, so that way I can read it down for you. Whoops, no. I'll just do it on my phone, bro. I never know where release notes are. Oh, I kind of do now, actually. Software release notes. Oh, there we go. Jeez. All right, so here we are. The release notes on the full self-driving v14.1.4. So it says added arrival options for you to select where FSD should park in a parking lot, on street, in a driveway, in a parking garage, or at curbside. Added handling to pull over or yield for emergency vehicles. Added navigation and routing into the vision-based neural network for real-time handling of blocked roads and detours. Added additional speed profile to further customize driving style preference, which is Mad Max. Improved handling. Improved handling for static and dynamic gates, which that's another thing I'm gonna try, which is apartment gates. They're open, it just sits there and does nothing. Let's see if we can get it to go through the gate now. Improved offsetting road debris, such as tires, tree branches, and boxes. So yeah, that does say tires. So I don't know if that's a full-blown tire or is that a tire tread. Improved handling over several scenarios, including unprotected turns, lane changes, vehicle cut-ins, and school buses. Improved FSD's ability to manage a system faults and recover smoothly and from degraded operation for enhanced reliability, which is the cameras being degraded. Added alerting for residue buildup on the interior windshield that may impact front camera visibility. If affected, visit a service center for cleaning. Just clean it yourself. It's literally on your windshield. Now, if the camera inside somehow became dirty, I think that's what they're talking about. Upcoming improvements: overall smoothness and sentience, parking spot selection, and parking quality. Let's see here. So also arrival options, you'll be able to select that. Speed, I love that. So instead of having, because what I would normally have to do before, I would have to go over here and press autopilot and be able to go through the actual speed profiles. Now they put the speed profiles right here on screen, which makes it so much more easier to just switch from back to forth, because sometimes it's highly necessary. But now that we have Mad Max, I'd only switch between Mad Max and Hurry. That's my driving style anyways. Yeah. And we got start self-driving with a tap of the screen from park or any time during your drive. Adjust settings like speed profiles and arrival options directly from autopilot visualization on center's display. Everything you need is right here. Brake to confirm is gone. And then last but not least, under your supervision, full self-driving. Supervised can drive for your Tesla almost anywhere. It will start from a parked position, make lane changes, select forks to follow your navigation route, navigate around other vehicles and objects, make left and right turns, and park at your destination. You and anyone you authorize must use additional caution and remain attentive. It does not make your vehicle autonomous. Do not become complacent, which is easy to do, especially with this new update. Full self-driving supervised is enabled on your vehicle. To use the feature, press the start self-driving button on the UI, which is right there, or press the right scroll wheel once. You can disable full self-driving supervised and autopilot settings, which obviously, why would you pay for it if you're going to disable it? Well, that is all, folks. Yeah, sorry the screen is so dirty. I just left it like that this whole time. Sorry about that. Well, now here's a clean screen to look at for no reason. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me and viewing this long video. I appreciate you. And also, if you are going to buy your own used or new Tesla, please use our link down below. It really helps out the channel. If it has expired, as in like there's no more spots left, whoever has a referral link, please leave it on this video and people will use it. I appreciate you guys, and you guys have a good day.